Maths at school often disheartens students. They're just starting to get to grips with the topic, and then it changes to something else. Something like completely different. And so they never feel like they get enough time to understand the first thing, fractions, and suddenly on another thing that seems to be totally different. Algebra, shapes, area, perimeter. They don't seem to build on them, doesn't seem to be in sense in the system. And so when I do get students, when I'm teaching them online, I go back to those subjects and I go, tell me which bits you can do, which bits you can't do. We'll find out those bits and then we'll fix them. And each lesson, I'll give you another question on fractions and another question on area and another question on shapes, percentages. We'll not only fix the ones you can't do now, but next week we'll do the same difficulty of type of question just to make sure you still remember it. Then we'll add more. Only when you remember last week's fractions lesson can I start to teach you more. If you don't remember last week's fractions lesson, I'll just teach it to you again in a more thorough way. Building my students up, building up their confidence. Things that are happening and causing trouble at school, I let them bring them into the lesson. Sometimes they're so crazy difficult that my students, I can fix it, but they won't understand it because they haven't got the basics yet. Building up the basics, going back, cleaning up what's a mess. Teaching schools. You can't teach each individual student all the things that they don't understand to fix the things that are problems from the past. That's why I do teaching over the internet.